I have to read the commentary, not it. Haven't read the commentary yet. Just read the textbook, right? Main textbook. So I will go the commentary. So we are till here finish. Paragraph, then till 14 we finish. So I will have to read the commentary. The view from the viewpoint of the Dharma, the will of sharp weapon is excellent text. Therefore, approach with bodhicitta motivation. So you have to set up bodhicitta motivation. So bodhicitta means wishing to achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. So bodhicitta is combined with two aspirations for oneself and aspirations for others. Bodhicitta is primary mind, aspiration is matter factor. So this bodhicitta means we want to achieve enlightenment in order to benefit other sentient beings. So there are two aspirations for oneself, your future enlightenment, aspirations for others, all sentient beings. The object of bodhicitta mind. So you have to set up bodhicitta motivation and Great Lama Tsongkhapa, born in 1357 and passed away in 1413, has said, it is not enough merely to listen the mind and teaching to derive maximum benefit for them. To the listener should have the most excellent thought of Mahayana motivation. That's bodhicitta mind. Mahayana motivation is bodhicitta mind. So this text is called the Will of Sharp Weapon. So it's text composed by Dharmarakshita. And for just as weapon cut through the body of an enemy. So this teaching cut the through of twofold grasping, which means self-grasping and self-judging mind. The teaching was often given by so this lineage coming from this teaching. This is one of the where Pujo Changur Rinpoche, great Tibetan master, 1683 and passed into 1762, and his disciple, and after them, the teaching became to Dharmarakshira, which is the region of Tibet, Reading Rinpoche, 18 who's and then have been given to the 7th Dalai Lama, 1700 and 1757. Notice that existing at Nurbulinga Monastery, His Holiness Palace in Tibet, Potala is Nurbulinga Summer Palace. So it's built by 7th Dalai Lama, Nurbulinga. These lineage down to the true kindness of these three great teachers, and transmission of the commentary was held by the Mela Rinpoche in eastern Tibet, Amdo. And this is in 19th century from Amdo, who passed on to His Holiness Dalai Lama's teacher, Ling Rinpoche, Tijan Rinpoche, previously. And then you have the Tijan Rinpoche junior teacher, Ling Rinpoche senior teacher, His Holiness. So give transmission to the Dalai Lama, And His Holiness gave this in Dharamsala in 1987 or there. He gave all the transmission about the Lojong 108 Lojong text. So he read this. So this is the transmission coming from the lineage of this. In order to effectively destroy this force, we must strike at the right point of the manner, similar to the which woodcutter, butcher, and magician employ their skills. Tala tree. Tala tree means banana tree. which grows in east of India must cut exactly the right point to complete fell it. The one thala tree cut one time banana and it will not grow, right? Banana give one fruit, never go. They cut the tree. In the similarly, butcher know well the way vital man of animal and simply by piecing the skin kill swiftly. So it means they pay homage to Yamantaka when he composed this. So this text must be mixed with Tantra and Sutra together. Yamantaka, pay homage to the Yamantaka. So because great wrathful one who opposed to negative self-grasping and self-judging mind, all Bodhisattvas was wrathful in context 6 to destroy this self-judging, and so that's paying homage. There are 3 aspects of yama which finish, nothing finished. Now the second one is similarly the great, so the homage to Yamantaka, okay. Paying homage to not Buddha, Bodhisattvas, but usually takes 3 baskets. Vinaya basket, Abhidhamma basket, Sutra basket. So you know the Vinaya basket, then pay homage to the Buddha. Abhidhamma basket, pay homage to the Manjushri. And Sutra basket, pay homage to the Buddha and Bodhisattvas. So now here, he pay homage to Yamantaka. So it's mixed with the Lojong and Tantra together. So there, when peacock wander amidst poisonous plant, they are not attracted to the medical or other plants. Living on essence of the poison, their life thrive and the brilliance of their feather increases. So peacock eat the poison, will not die. If crow eat the poison, crow will die. The Bodhisattvas are like peacock, and then ordinary people are like crow. The Bodhisattvas are courageous beings, and because they're thinking for others, and no sense of regret for helping others. So Bodhisattvas go where there are many difficult places. He not go to the pleasant place. Bodhisattva will go to like peacock, where there are difficult place. So Bodhisattva can help other sentient beings, and just like peacock eating the poison, and Bodhisattva never discourage. Instead, determination to help others. Similarly, the undaunted Bodhisattvas are completely concerned with selfish pursuit, but are preoccupied with the concern of others. They are true heroes, where those who will physical weapons are not. In which true heroes wander in the forest worldly existence, they are not attracted by the many alluring things, for they see the disadvantage of suffering produced by them, like peacock, to thrive on poison. The Bodhisattva use impediment on their environment condition to develop bodhicitta. So that's Buddhism. That peacock, bodhicitta. We need to train our mind seeing the disadvantage, mere selfish concern and advantage of judging others. There has been no Buddha who has lacked bodhicitta. Therefore, it is the most precious treasure. So bodhicitta is treasure, right? For people who practice Mahayana, should practice bodhicitta. It is like gateway to enter the Mahayana path. No bodhicitta, you are no Mahayanist. So there are distinctions between Mahayana and Hinayana, right? So what's the discrimination between Mahayana and Hinayana? We're not saying Hinayana are bad, but there's a difference between Hinayana practitioner and Mahayana practitioner. According to Maitreya Buddha, in his ornament of clear realization, so that seven quality of the Mahayana. So you will understand between Mahayana and Hinayana. So number one is the object. Mahayana, the Buddhist Tattva, right? Object, all sentient beings without exception. That's number one, right? Not saying I will practice this or just no exception. Every sentient being is object of the Buddhist Tattva. So this is a great object. Hinayana is just individual to liberate from the samsara, right? So big difference, right? Object, there's a limit. But Bodhisattva's object, there's no limitation. So it is a great object. Number two, great practice. So Bodhisattva, when you practice bodhicitta mind, so great practice, because practice for oneself and others. You're not practicing for yourself, oneself and others, right? So Hinayana practice for oneself, one individual person to liberate samsara. But Bodhisattvas are not like that. They are practicing because oneself to achieve enlightenment to help others. So the practice is great. So you see, and then number third is great wisdom. So Bodhisattva will practice the two types of emptiness. Emptiness of person and phenomena. So they are practicing two categories of emptiness, emptiness of self and emptiness of self phenomena, self or person, same or emptiness of phenomena. So they are trying to study about emptiness, thinking, meditation, and eventually they can understand the information valid mind, and then meditating, it will turn into a direct realization of emptiness of person and emptiness of phenomena. Therefore, it is great wisdom. Wisdom. You understand one thing about third. Now, fourth is great. It's called the great skill. Skill. The Bodhisattvas was a very skillful. They are very skillful practitioners because they are practicing to overcome two types of object of abandonment, two types of obscuration. Obscurations to liberation, what? Three poison, delusion. Obscurations, omniscient mind, imprint of delusion, habit of delusion, dualistic mind. So they are obscurations to, there are two types of obscurations. Obscurations to liberation, delusion. Obscurations of omniscient mind, enlightenment, imprint of delusion. Dual mind, dualistic habit. So Buddhists are very skillful practitioner. They are trying to abandon these two. Object of liberation, abandonment, object of enlightenment, abandonment. But Hinayana only object of delusion, like not imprint. So they are called the skillful practitioner. They, because they are meditating on two types of emptiness, will oppose together. Like emptiness of person and emptiness of phenomena. So grasping So emptiness of person, what is object abandonment means you hold person to be exist inherently, grasping. You hold phenomena to exist inherently, grasping. Like so these are object of abandonment of the Bodhisattva. So therefore they are skillful teacher, right? And then number 5, right? 5 was, I can't remember. Not much. Number 5 is accomplishment. Their accomplishment is because their accomplishment is enlightenment, right? Their accomplishment is four bodies of Buddha. Dharmakaya, Nirmanakaya, Sambhogaya, and wisdom body. So two, Dharmakaya, they are practicing wisdom and bodhicitta combined together. So result of the bodhicitta mind, you will be able to achieve in the future 2 bodies of Buddha, Nirmanakaya and emanation body. By practicing wisdom, realizing emptiness of person and emptiness of the phenomena, you will achieve Dharmakaya in the future, wisdom body, Dharmakaya. So therefore it is called the great accomplishment is 4 bodies. Right, and then what is last one? The great pure. So you become enlightenment, right? You become pure mind. Your mind is completely pure, right? No obscurations. You remove 2 kinds of obscurations, right? Obscurations of the liberation, delusion, completely subside. Obscurations of the omniscient mind, imprint of delusion, completely subside. Then there's no pollution in your mind. But we have pollution, right? Because we have delusion. I have many delusions. You guys have too. Everybody have delusion, right? So because we have delusion, and then mind is not clear, right? When we have delusions, always mind show you 2 faces, appearance and reality. Whatever appears to our mind, deluded mind, just concentrate and believe to be this is real. But if your mind is pure, right, then appearance and reality are exactly same, 1 face. But ordinary people like us, we have 2 faces, appearance and reality. Appears something, reality totally different. Because our deluded mind, polluted mind. So see 2 faces or two objects, but which is not true. In reality, everything is emptiness, no matter what, right? We have many thought, emotion arising, all are empty. Like thought coming and going, we see thought coming, remaining, departure. Every day morning, something's coming, remaining, departure, all the time. But it's not like that for the people who meditate on the emptiness. Like as soon as thought comes, then its nature is empty. You see the nature of the thoughts. And then they have nothing, thought coming and remaining. Departure is conceptual mind. Right? As soon as you thought coming, you realize thought is empty of nature, thought is empty of internal existence, then there's no dual mind. Right? You see one reality. All appearances are empty. So for us, appearances are not seeing empty. Because we grasp on the appearance. ordinary people, right? Appearance we grasp. And that's why we don't see the nature of the appearance. If there's no grasping, as soon as it appears, it is empty of inner existence. Nature is empty. Nature is pure reality, pure, right? So that that pure means now your mind is pure, right? Because you're enlightened being, and you can help many sentient beings according to your wishes. Because you have pure mind, so you can teach skillful to the sentient being. So you see, this is the difference between Mahayana and Hinayana. So these qualities. So this, since the beginning, we have chased after prosperity, yet we are still forced occasionally to experience suffering. Being coward, we have not cherished others and have run away from suffering in pursuit of pleasure. If we cannot embrace suffering now, we shall not see it. And great being Bodhisattva embrace suffering for the sake of all sentient beings. He is courageous and therefore is always happy because he or she is able to exchange self with the other, accomplish well-being in a short time. Exchanging oneself to other, right? So exchanging oneself to other means, you see, when we are meditating on the bodhicitta, right? As I mentioned, the object, all beings, right? Without exceptions. You see friend, enemy, and a stranger. So if he or she is friend, enemy, who don't like, who dislike me, stranger, there's no indifferent feeling. Because of this, mind is fluctuating all the time. Attachment to the friend. In enemy, then anger arises. Then indifferent, neutral people, then just ignore them. I don't need help this person, like this, right? So their kind of like mind is fluctuating. If your equanimity equal, friend is friend, enemy is enemy, stranger is stranger. But if you analyze, friend is not 100% friend, enemy is not 100% enemy, stranger is not 100%. You don't have to talk, you don't have to go too far. But this life, you see friends become enemy become friend, stranger become friend. Your enemy can be your best friend in the future. Right? Your friend will be worst enemy in the future. So we see all this fluctuating, right? If we analyze, because we have no equanimity, mind developed. So when we practice bodhicitta, equanimity is very important. Right? Equalizing, like it's like soil fertilizing. You have soil, right? You have to plant. You want to plant the whatever fruit or whatever. You have to fertilize, make soil nice, and then it will grow, right? Seed. These are like compassion, loving kindness. Seed. This will grow. Unless one has trained one's mind in initial and medium levels of motivation transcend lower samsara states of the being who to gain nirvana, one will never achieve Mahayana thought. It will take suffering and so forth. As a path, only the brave Bodhisattva who already undergo those training can take suffering and path. Longing desire is similar to the poisonous plant. If a cowardly crow should eat poison leaves, we are like crow. Yeah, if we eat poison, we cannot take hardship to us. Right? We are like crow, including me, like crow. If difficult, no, something bad happened, what happened to the Dharma, I practice every day, and then something good happened, very excited, your mind going up and down. And so we are like crow, Buddhists are not like this. They are like, something bad happened, they will use this to the path to increase Bodhicitta mind. Good happened, they have no excitement, but rejoice. This is like His Holiness Dalai Lama doing all the time. In our life, Bodhisattva like His Holiness. We see for others. Always talking for others. Not talking for oneself. So Bodhisattvas are like that, right? We are chased by karma since beginningless time. Without any freedom, we have been bound by a cycle of existence with these many obstacles, all because of unbroken familiar with the delusions. We should place the blame for all our suffering upon the selfish thought of wanting solely our own happiness and determined to destroy. This Bodhisattvas are doing. If we realize self-judging is enemy, then you will try to defeat. Right? If you don't realize self-judging is enemy, then you always will mix with the self-judging. If you realize enemy, right, external enemy, then you will try to defeat, or you can defend from the enemies. Until we realize self-judging is enemy, then we are always with self-judging mind, which is very cruel inside, very cunning, not helping for us. If we realize self-judging is really enemy, then we will be very distant with the self-judging mind. Like enemy, if you have enemy, you want to defend enemy, or you can external enemy, right? You can go to other place, or if enemy is here, maybe you go to Brisbane. You can hide with enemies. Because enemy here now, I have to move to Brisbane. Long distance, right? But self-judging enemy is not like this. It is enemy but 24 hours. No matter where you, it's always with you. External enemy, internal enemy, totally different quality. Right. So that's the total. Whenever selfish concern enters the mind, we should be aware of this disregarding, vanish, in avoiding selfish thought as it arises. We should dedicate all our qualities to the benefit of all beings. For example, if we receive nothing but harm from those who have benefited, we should remain unmoved. Instead of being harming in return, we should think of as the fruit of our peaceful distraction, which is self-judging thought. We should hate this attitude, not other beings. So if you believe karma, then totally different. Yeah. Whatever happening in your life, like karma, karmic, and somebody blaming you, somebody, whatever you already create the karmic seed. So you already create the karmic seed, have to wrap in this sooner or later, right? You have to wrap in this karma sooner or later. But somebody, when you are practicing sometimes, people may criticize or whatever, and you think, oh, this is good, now my karma is finishing. Then you will not plant the karmic seed, plus you will decrease the karma. If you're thinking, oh, I've done nothing because why, then you plant another karmic seed. You understand what I'm saying? And then this will happen again in the future. Continuation of karma, right? So you believe when you're doing something, good things, or bad, people criticizing you, whatever, or you think, oh, this is not their fault, but I have created this karma, now karma is happening. Then karma is finished, plus you will not plant the karmic seed. But if you think, oh, this is not my wrong, I've done nothing about it, is why this or criticizing to me, or if you get angry or whatever, then again you plant the karmic seed. So then it will again carry in the future. Right? When our bodies are aching and weak with disease, it is because in the past life we have beaten other beings, imprisoned them, and many ways brought them harm. We should think that the sharp weapon of karma, having harmed others before has returned to ourselves as ordinary weapons that deprive us of life. So the sharp weapon of karma take away happiness. We should take all the suffering upon ourselves. We should visualize in the space in front of sit our guru and make request to them. Practice giving and taking meditation and visualize beams of light reddening to all beings as we breathe in through the right nostril. We inhale all suffering and disease in the form of black smoke. The smoke vanishes at the side of our own pain. How can we breathe out from the left nostril, sending happiness in the form of light to all beings, giving and taking meditation? When we have mental problems, they certainly arise from we have disturbed the mind of others, such as our gurus, parents, fellow practitioners, and so forth. Now determined to take all this suffering upon ourselves, again make request to our guru and meditation deities. In the training the mind, we never see the fault in ourselves as having source in other beings. We see them as being caused by the self. Instead of blaming others, we should generate thought of great the kindness of all beings and the suffering of body and mind result from having previously disturbed the bodies and mind of others, and also from the breaking any precept that we have taken. We think about the teaching which cannot but benefit the mind. Nagarjuna said that merit of one moment thought of Bodhicitta cannot be calculated even by Buddha. Shantideva said, if people such fishermen and farmers bear hardship merely to gain their living beings, why can we not bear hardship for the greater purpose of enlightenment? So, these are amazing teachers, right? Nagarjuna, all our Indian masters, these are all Bodhisattvas. Shantideva, all are saying, when we are troubled by hunger and thirst and food, this is the will of sharp weapons returning for us, having deprived others of their good while being mean with our own. These sufferings are the result of our wrong attitude and our miserliness, which are cause of birth as hungry ghosts on earth and empowered human beings. The great Lama Tsongkhapa said, miserliness is the way to become poor, not rich. Generosity is meant to become rich, not poor. Although the Sakya Pandita, great Tibetan master, said the result of generosity is always richness, the result of miserliness is always poverty. This principle is constant. Nagarjuna wrote, from generosity we derive wealth, from morality we derive high status, birth. Hereafter we should accept hunger and thirst happily and perform the practice of giving and taking meditation. We should make request that the hunger and thirst of all beings may ripen upon ourselves And then we may give all goodness to them in the connection with the meditation, in the fasting ceremony. We call fasting ceremony Nyungne. All the Tibetans do fasting ceremony. And Nyungne, the Sagadawa, this is special. Every Nyungne, that is the ritual combined with Chenrezig Nyungne, the fasting ceremony. So we have no, today you eat breakfast, take the 1 day precept. If you do 15 days, so 1 day you eat breakfast and lunch. Tomorrow you have nothing, only just drink the water. Day after tomorrow, breakfast, or only breakfast, and no nothing. And then tomorrow, just nothing, no tea, no, just water. This will keep going 15 days, fasting, Nyungne, including prostration. This is a true prostration plus fasting. We Nyungne. The Nyungne is a ritual coming from the Chenrezig. So it is a Gelong Mapemo, is female Bodhisattva. She composing. She is the manifestation of the Chenrezig. And she has a vision of the Chenrezig. So she composed the ritual, Nyungne, fasting. So fasting. So many Tibetans do this in the Sagadawa. Sagadawa 1 month, some do 1. At least they do till full moon, 15 days, fasting summer. When we feel overwhelmed by hunger, we engage practice of giving and taking. While rejoicing our great opportunity, we should realize that hunger and thirst are matured through the kindness of our gurus and three jewels in order to further the purpose of our Dharma practice. Number 13, when we enslaved and dictated by others and lack any freedom, we should recognize that what is happening is not without cause, right? Everything coming cause and effect. No cause, no effect, right? You need cause and effect. No seed, no fruit. So cause and effect. So cause and effect. So therefore, it is caused by having looked down on lovely beings and having ordered them to unpleasant tasks. This is the will of sharp happening. Returning, we should resolve that from now we will entrust our body like the purpose of others. Shantideva said, having dedicated my body to others, it is up to them how they use, whether they beat or whatever. So these are the Bodhisattvas. If somebody beat us, we cannot, maybe we will beat. If somebody hit you, hit me, then I will hit twice. The other will hit you. Again, I will hit twice. So these Bodhisattvas are not like that. Because remember, their great object is all sentient beings, without exception. So no matter this, they are, because they have practiced bodhicitta mind, right? Wishing bodhicitta mind and venture bodhicitta mind. When you achieve wishing bodhicitta mind, first time you develop bodhicitta mind. Wishing bodhicitta mind. The two types of bodhicitta mind. Wishing and venture bodhicitta mind. So wishing bodhicitta mind means first time you develop bodhicitta mind and you become bodhisattva. So not yet take the bodhisattva vows, precepts. So when you gradually practicing, right, and then you take the, you engage with venture bodhicitta mind. So venture bodhicitta mind means now you take the precept, bodhisattva vows. You take the precept. precept, Bodhisattva vow, and we practice with 6 perfections. That's a venture bodhicitta. So you take the precept, right? You have commitment. So then you have, first you are practicing wishing bodhicitta mind and not taking any precept. At that time you became bodhisattva. Spontaneously became bodhisattva, and you first time ever enter the Mahayana path. Mahayana path. We have 5 Mahayana path. Path of accumulation, path of preparation, seeing, meditation, no more learning. Step by Tayata, Gade, Gade, Parasamkad, Heart Sutra, Gade, Gade. Path of accumulation, path of preparation, path of seeing, path of meditation, path of no, Gade, Gade, Parasamkad, Buddha. So step by step, you're going there, right? So when somebody wishing bodhicitta mind, then you are bodhisattva. Okay, bodhisattva. But not yet take the bodhisattva vow. So make sure you have wishing bodhicitta mind training, and then you have enough compassion, loving kindness. Then, I will take the bodhisattva vow because I can do this. Then you make commitment. Your commitment is take the bodhisattva vow, right? So your commitment, 18 root vows, 46 branches. 18 root vows and 14 branches. So you keep this precept. So you're not damaging this precept. Right? Otherwise, you take the Bodhisattva vows, but you don't know what are the vows are. Root vows. 18 root vows and 46 branches vows. So this is not easy. I can't remember. Do you remember 18 root vows? And we all taken Bodhisattva vows many times, right? His Holiness. Every time we receive initiation, we have to take Bodhisattva vows, chanting vows. Right. So that's the wishing bodhicitta mind. Wish to achieve enlightenment. So, then you take the Bodhisattva vow. We cannot avoid harsh speech and constantly hear unpleasant, belittling, threatening, and scolding words. It is because splinter we have spread and friend we have separated in the past. Also, it is caused by harsh abuse. We have told others, we have cast aspersions on them and underestimated their qualities. Same treatment returned to us. Hereafter, we should humble, moderate our speech, and hold our own harsh words in contempt. A jealousy man whose merit is now low will constantly belittle others, which is the long run harm no one but himself and ruin his own reputation. One who always aggressive towards and critical for others will lose the trust of others. That makes sense, huh? So I'll finish this commentary till here, okay? 14, so maybe next time we will read from the 15. Okay, thank you very much.